Arkatech Beatz.
Sup. Welcome to the Music Review Live Series.
Arkatech Beatz.
I'm your host, Juggernaut of Multi-Platinum Production Team, Arkatech Beatz. Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D.
Beatz.
If it's your first time here, make sure you like, commenting, and subscribing. If you're not familiar with us, Arkatech Beatz, man. Responsible for producing for your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, Big Pun, Nas, Prodigy, Mobb Deep, Jadakiss, Raekwon the Chef. Shout out Raekwon on the anniversary of Cuban Links. The Game, Lloyd Banks, Max B, French Montana. Shout out to those guys. Wiz Khalifa, Shorty Low, Alley Boy the Don. Make sure you're submitting your music to the link on the screen.
Arkatech Beatz.
Let's go. This beat is called Heavy on the Wrist. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. We're about to start reviewing in this moment. Wait for this algorithm to heat up. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. About to jump into these reviews in just a moment. Yo, let's go. Renzo, what up? Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Chaz, what up? Sunday night, man. Back to school shenanigans, man. I'm telling you, boy. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Make sure we're liking the live, sharing the lives. We're about to jump into one of our skips in just a moment.
Beatz.
Make sure y'all checking out Sound Surge. SoundSurge.com. Got these records killing the charts now. Teflon Beat making the house. I see all y'all, man. Lonnie Live, what up? Shout out to everybody jumping into the live, man. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live, man. We about to get started with this joint. We got a skip that came through on the other platform. I want to make sure that we honoring those folks who are jumping in on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just keep working, fam. That's all we could do. This joint is called So Fresh Mix. Mix 1. This is by Setter 706 featuring Big Drip. We're going to take a listen to it. Born Ready, what's up? I see you. How you been? Let's go. Hope all is well. We're making it move. Let's make it shake. Let's go.
Store game, niggas told hammers round. Just a fraction automatics make that balance sound.
Let me bring that back. I couldn't hear nothing. Let's go. Let's go. This is So Fresh Mix.
So fresh.
1.
Yes. Store game, niggas told hammers round. Just a fraction automatics make that balance sound. Ain't no fatigue, but my soldiers round me play for keeps. From kind and find out all solutions, make the trouble cease. Keep the bando bumping, jumping like we out the gym. Right up this place, we execute that guaranteed to win. Moving shit, this product flipping, then we duplicate. And people tasting beat this nation as we elevate. Time to celebrate, switch up on them hella fresh. Shooting targets, making progress. We talking lettuce like we making salads. Shoot together like bandits if it result to violence. Yellow diamonds on the Cuban look like lemonade. Keep your excuses on the talking, they'll be getting paid. Fresh squeeze, champagne poppin', keep them shooters round. Paris Vegas, phone the pilots in the seats decline. Yes, yellow diamonds on the Cuban looks amazing. With this other player, lipstick sounds amazing. Keep the bando bumpin', hammers make that sound. Automatic stoppin', make that bama sound. Yellow diamonds on the Cuban looks amazing. With this other player, lipstick sounds amazing. Keep the bando bumpin', hammers make that sound. Automatic stoppin', make that bama sound.
Yellow diamonds on the Cuban, watch me beat the odds. No weapon forged to my name, only fear of God. Always been the rider, set a gator, push the start. Light your block up Billie Jean, it gets shady when it's dark. Never led by temptation, money cool, but I can be complacent. Sabotage between thin lines, I move adjacent. I bust the ice down in the snow, I'm a walking glacier. Catch them down bad in that alley, hit them like I'm Frazier. Baser, ain't no time wasted, we got our placement. That's #1 up on them charts, we the hip hop savior. My flow contagious, ain't no need for me to paraphrase it. Instead congratulate for better when the nigga hates you.
Yellow diamonds on the Cuban looks amazing. With this other player, lipstick sounds amazing. Keep the bando bumpin', hammers make that sound. Automatic stop and make that bama sound. Yellow diamonds on the Cuban looks amazing. With this other player, lipstick sounds amazing. Keep the bando bumpin', hammers make that sound. Automatic stop and make that bama sound.
That beat is going crazy. Shout out to Setter 706 featuring Big Drip. That's the So Fresh mix number 1. What some folks tend to do, they sometimes send their music before they release it, just to kind of get some feedback on it to make sure that it's doing what it needs to do. I like this record for what it is, man. You know, it's kind of doing what it needs to do. As far as where that mix is at right now, I think that your lead vocal is good. The second verse vocal, I think, could come up a little bit more. I do feel like the hook, in relation to the rest of the song, might be a tad bit low for me, right? I think that it could actually be a little bit higher in terms of where it is level-wise. I think the hook can stand out a little bit more in terms of like just having a little bit more vocal stacks, etc. Just kind of like making those stand out a little bit more in terms of ad-libs, etc. I also would like to hear the hook in the beginning of the record, outside of just starting with the beat and then going into the first verse. I think that would probably make it a little bit more dynamic. I think it would give it a little bit more, just a little bit more replay value. This record probably needs to end right about here. Done. 246, 247. It's like 248 actually. Like, I don't think it needs to really go extend beyond that. I think if we incorporate the hook, might get slightly under 3 minutes, but I think that might be it. I think that might be the way to go with this one. I think when we're listening to it, like, listen to how your hook is sounding on it, right?
Your lipstick sounds amazing. Keep the band up and hammers make that sound.
And I feel like what you guys are doing is you guys are taking the vocals, of course, and you're trying to kind of pan them from side to side, but it doesn't make it feel as full as it should, in my opinion.
Diamonds on the Cuban looks amazing. With a southern play, your lipstick sounds amazing. Keep the band up and hammers make that sound. Automatic stop and make that band.
Yeah, so I feel like the volume could come up on those.
Diamonds on the Cuban looks amazing. With a southern play, your lipstick sounds amazing. Keep the band up and hammers make that sound. Automatic stop and make that band sound.
And like I said, I feel like it should start in the beginning with the hook. Alright. Set of 706. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Drop the hook.
Throw a game, niggas told hammers round. Just a fraction automatic.
Yeah, I think we should start it with the hook before we started with the verse. I think it would make the record stronger. You know what I mean? Outside of those things, I think this is pretty solid in terms of where the beat is.
All solutions make the trouble cease. Keep the band bumping, jumping like we out the gym.
I feel like that bass is really rocking.
This place we execute that guaranteed to win. Moving shipments, product flipping, and we do.
And you're definitely audible and clear.
Hey, and people tasting beat this nation as we elevate. Trying to celebrate, switch up on them hella fresh. Shooting tight guests.
I like where the vocals is at. I like where the effects is at in terms on it. So I think those areas are okay. I think the way that your delivery for your vocal performance is decent as well. I feel like where your vocals is at. I feel like the way that you're rapping on it in terms of your control, your breath, I think all of those things work. Typically, we have a lot of situations with newer artists where there's an issue with the flow, and I think that you're doing a good job here, right? So this kind of shows us that you have really the ability to make great songs, right? Because we hear the cadence, we hear the breath control, we hear the rhymes, we hear the way the vocals are stacking, we like where your voice is going. So these are the kind of the things that kind of matter in terms of making sure that your records are going to stand out and make sure that you're going to stand out as an artist, right? So I think these things are important. So from my vantage point, it's just a matter of you doing more songs. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the thing that we probably want to hear is more songs. Want to see you doing more records. Excuse me. Just trying to see if you can just kind of see what your creative process is and see what you can do in terms of consistency, duplication, replication. Just trying to get an idea, like if you can really do this for a long haul. And the only way for us to really know that is for you to start building a catalog of songs, and then for us to start to compare like the actual consistency in terms of quality, right? If some songs are, you have some situations where some songs, of course, are better than others, but typically there's a baseline. When I say a baseline, meaning like an average or an average aggregate of how good songs are supposed to sound versus how songs are bad, right? So you have good songs, you got bad songs, and then we kind of got this average in the middle, you know what I mean? Which will kind of say like, okay, this is my artist, they're going to give me songs like this, and it's, probably going to be, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, you know what I mean? So I think what has to happen in your case is just like, we just have to hear more music. And then by really hearing more music, we can really start to determine like, how far along are you? You know what I mean? Because on the first listen, it kind of sounds like you got something that you're working with, but the only thing is you got a feature on it. So a lot of times the features help to save us from writing full songs. And I don't know if people really realize that used to be a cheat code back in the day. Like for folks who couldn't really do good on hooks, they get the feature for the hooks. You know what I mean? Like say, for example, you got an artist that wasn't really good on could rap really well, but really couldn't do the hooks. So that's where you find a collaborative artist that might have been stronger on hooks, and then you put them on your record, and that helped to save you for the most part and get you over the hump, right? You put features for the majority of your joints, or not a majority, but at least for the singles, and that used to kind of carry people over the hump. A lot of people are privy to it now, but like I said, I want to hear more music. So hopefully I get a chance to do that with you, hear some more joints. And we can keep it moving on that, man. But thank you for submitting this, man. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Shout out to everybody just in the live, man. I believe I listened to this song. I believe I listened to this Money Hungry record. Let me make sure. I think I did. I did listen to this record. Because it should be on the chart. Let me make sure it's on the chart. It should be charted. It should have charted from what I saw last time. Wicked Ways. Pieces on. No, it didn't. So that's interesting. All right, well, we'll figure it out.
Money hungry, they don't make money, so I don't ever message them.
Yes, I did listen to this, and I did give my feedback on this on maybe what's today? Today Sunday, Friday. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. This record is called Diplomatic, and this is by, who's this by? Foxy No Many Records. We're going to take a listen to it. Let's see what it got sound. Arkatech Beatz. Let's go. Listen, man, shout out to Foxy No Money Records. Listen, man, this record is called Diplomatics. It's a beat. So I want folks to kind of take a listen to this, man. And remember, when we're submitting on here, you can submit songs, you can submit beats. You know, genre doesn't really matter. You know, 'cause like I was saying, we're listening for really like song structure, things that are like really more technical. You know what I'm saying? Melody, songwriting ability, tune, pitch, arrangement. We're listening for the things and we're giving them feedback on those things that help to get folks from trying to do this thing on a hobby level, trying to get you to another level. You follow? So the way that we're looking at this particular beat, right? If y'all listen to this beat got an ill sample, right? And it's an 8-bar. It looks like it's a 4-bar sample, right? All right, so see how it's going. Boom. It's 2 bars, right? This needs to become your hook, or this part of the record needs to become your hook, and make it repeat 4 times. What is happening here is only repeating 2 times, and then what we do is we take the half, and use that as the verse. But we needed to switch. We needed to change where that other part becomes the hook and the other part becomes a verse. There's also a scream in this record, or there's some other parts in this record that are out of tune, right, in this beat. So if you listen to it, you can hear it in certain parts of the record where, let's illustrate it. So for the folks that are watching and the folks that are listening, and if you're making your beats at home and you're trying to figure out like, yo, what are the things that are going to stand out? People are putting sounds in their music and they're probably playing along with it in their MPC or whatever they may be using in their DAW. But what they haven't done is they haven't figured out what's the key of the sample, right? The sample you have to determine what the key of your sample is, and then you have to set everything else up in terms of your VSTs to be in the same key, right? So that you can understand what notes to play along with it. How it's going, is the wrong notes. Like these notes are not right. So what you hear is it makes it sound off. So listen to it again. Right. So that by itself, when you put those sounds in it and that sounds like that, and the notes are off pitch and off key, once that happens here, your beat gets skipped to next. Like it's going to get skipped. And this is going to be part of the long issue that a lot of folks are going to have when they're taking their music and they're trying to say get it pitched and get it to other artists. It's like the artists who are of different calibers, the artists that are really good at what they're doing, these things are going to stand out like sore thumbs. And we have to make sure that we're working through that as an artist. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, right? And you have to understand, man, for folks who've been rocking with me since I started this music review live series, right? I'm trying to tell folks what it takes to get into the rooms with the best of the best. I've been in the rooms with the Big Puns, the Nas's, the Prodigy of Mobb Deeps. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about working with records with Jadakiss, The Game, Lloyd Banks, Max B, and so many other folks. So for those who may not really understand what's going on, I'm just trying to tell you what it is. Trying to get you to understand what it looks like to get into these, to get your records to who you need to get your records to, and also how to get your records up to speed, right? But this record right here, this beat, right? Like, listen to the drums. Got good drums. They got decent snare, and the samples kind of go too. You know what I mean? All right. It's just some other sounds now that are throwing the beat off. So if we can get this arranged better, You know, starts off with the right, right, whatever. Then go do that first drum, like I said, with the 4-bar loop or the 2-bar loop. Go 4 times, make that the hook. Start off with 4-bar intro, 8-bar hook, 12-bar verse, back into a hook again, and then we repeat that. And that to me is the way you get your record sequence. And to me, that's how you get your records where you need them to be. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Let me jump in and take a listen to what's going on here. I got some people jumping into the other queue. We're going to take a listen to it, see what it sounds like. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live, man. This is Less of a Man by Isar Odessa. Let's take a listen to it. Let's see what it sounds like.
The time I changed, this time I changed in favor you made me look so great with the way you betrayed our connection we made. Pour it all down the drain. I never knew you'd be the type to numb my soul. I don't know if I should blame or forgive you more. I mean it's wrong, but I'm immature. So let this roll and keep it going. Let me see your phone. No, I made mistakes, good ass on me. But never did I break my own loyalty. If you lost feelings, could've told me. But instead you broke me. Why you so cold to me? You're the one that broke me. I'm a survivor man for wanting you back. Ashamed of my need for your hair. I'm a survivor man for wanting you back. Ashamed of my need for your hair. I'm a survivor man for wanting you back. Ashamed of my need for your hair. I'm a survivor man for wanting you back. Ashamed of my need for you.
I saw you in the building. Where you at? I ain't gonna hold you. I think this need a drum track, man. A drum track. What's up, bro? Yo. The hook is right here.
You're the one that broke me. I'm a survivor man for wanting you back. Ashamed of my need for your hair. I'm a survivor man for wanting you back. Ashamed of my need for your hair. I'm a survivor man for wanting you back. Ashamed of my need for your hair.
How many songs on your album, bro? And what's the date you got on that? Listen, man, I think you got my advice for a lot of guys, man, who are doing these things. You know, like how we're doing the traditional way, and I see what you're trying to do in terms of, yo, I'm trying to set the mood for my album. I'm trying to set the pace for my record. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to really show people what it is. 12 to 15 songs might be too much in this climate, dog. You really want to try to put yourself in EP mode, man, for a little while, so that you can help to build yourself up and have more catalog. That might be too long of an album in this climate. But the way that this record is constructed, right, and it's one of these things where I know folks are listening to music. I would probably go closer to 8, right? And if you got 15 songs, that's literally 2 albums. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of think of it like this. You got to think about it in terms of content creation, and that you're gonna have to keep shooting your gun at a very, very high clip, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to make sure that we're putting out enough new music so that something could stick, man. And this is just the way that folks consume music now. It's being consumed at a very, very, very fast rate, man. So you got to be able to kind of say, okay, I put something out. People want to see the next project. People want to see the next project. you're going to have to kind of keep doing something until something really starts to land and starts to stick and keeps to build your momentum so that the algorithm can start to work with you and work for you. But I was going to go where I was going to go with this is this, right? Is we have to treat these songs, even though it's an intro, we still got to kind of treat it like a song, right? So you kind of did that by putting a hook on it, right? Because there is a hook on it, I'm Less of a Man, and that stands out, right? So we want to just make sure that these things are being mixed properly so that that portion of that record could stand out. My problem that we have with this is that it's starting really slow, right? Which means like, yo, right? Because you actually don't start singing on this.
This time I changed in your favor, you made me look so strange. This time I changed, I was the time I changed. Summertime, I was the time I.
So this record is going literally 30 seconds of silence almost, man, before you actually start to say anything on this record. I don't think that's an effective use of musical real estate. You know what I mean? I think maybe we go 4 bars and then we get right into the record, right? So let's say, for example, because the beat is not changing. Start right here with a bass start. Follow? Like, we should start right there. What you're doing is what you're gonna do, and remember what I'm giving you. I'm giving you a little bit what we call a songwriting tip, but we're also giving you an algorithmic thing that we have to make sure that we're paying attention to. This is different time. This is not the time where people would listen for things in its entirety and all that type of stuff. That is for when you've really, really, really developed your fan base, right? And you've developed your fan base and people are riding with you and they're going to listen to your shit from top to end. We can start to kind of play around with these type of things and these type of concepts. But in this situation where we're like all kind of independent artists and we're trying to figure out how to get our audience and get our folks in there, we have to still follow the rules of the algorithm. And I hate to say it like that, but because it kind of seems to take away a little bit from the art and creativity of it. But I'll tell you, like I tell everybody else, my job in this part of this live stream, and I can't speak for everybody else that do music reviews and other guys that do music reviews. My job is to get you guys to be in the balance of creativity and the balance of commercial viability, right? Our experience, me and Mike D, our experiences are we're multi-platinum producers. That's already known. But we also have A&R experience where we were A&Rs at the Loud Records. I was an A&R consultant with Raekwon. And if there's some, different projects, he A&R'd some things from Mobb Deep. He A&R'd some stuff for this person, that person. You know what I'm saying? MOP. So we're talking about being on both sides of the coin, right? We're staff producers for the label. Also A&Rs at the label, right? We run our own shit. We do our own stuff. So this is the game that we have to kind of play here. We have to say, okay, how do we get your record to do what it needs to do, but it needs to connect with the fans so that you can make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want it to be creative. We want to push the envelope of creativity. So I understand making the beat breathe, and I understand those type of cadences and those things. That's what people want to do. But I also have to tell folks that, listen, you have to make sure that we're making sense because this is the algorithm you're fighting with. So if you have a song that's going too long with silence in it, what is that going to encourage? Skip, skip, skip. That's what it's going to encourage. So if we have a song that doesn't do anything dynamically, it's kind of like if you have a piece of content that doesn't do something dynamically in the first 3 to 5 seconds, what do we get? Skip, skip, skip. Folks are going to keep skipping. And we have to make sure that we're creating the dynamics musically the same way we would do with our content visually. This is where we are now, folks. And I shouldn't have to tell you this because I'm the old guy in the room. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So in this day and age, we have to do what we have to do to kind of get to it. And remember what we're also trying to do. We're trying to get people to listen to as much of the song as possible. Right? So that's why we kind of want to get this emotional musical roller coaster going. because we're trying to get them to the end of the record. If we get them to the end of the record, what does that signal to the algorithm? This is a piece of content worth sharing because it kept the person on the platform. It got them to listen to the whole thing. It got them to got them to share it, got them to save it, right? When you can get the algorithm to take an action with your music, then the algorithm will continue to do what? Push your content. We have to treat it all the same. It's like this is what we're fighting with, right? So as far as what I'm listening to here, I think that you have something in terms of what your vocal cadence is, right?
I never knew you'd be the type to numb my soul.
I think you could come up slightly on the vocal in terms of your mix.
Know if I should blame or forgive you more. I mean it's wrong, but I'm immature.
And make sure that we're using a pitch correction inside of here, so because it can almost sound slightly pitchy if we're not careful.
So let this roll and keep it going. Let me see your phone. No, I made mistakes, good ass on me, but never did I break my own loyalty. If you lost feelings, could've told me.
It all depends if it's R&B, man. Like I'm saying, it depends, man. Like, like that's the whole thing, man. Is remember what's happening to I saw. It's like this. You make the music that you want to make per se. The job is for us to get it technically sound, right? Make sure we got good melodies, good arrangements, right? You know what I'm saying? Decent songwriting. Make sure stuff is mixed properly. That's the job on this side. And then what happens is, as long as we got a record that's quote unquote technically sound, right? As long as we got a record that's technically sound, meaning like, we've built a product that works, right? Then we let the algorithm find the audience for it. But the only way you can get the algorithm to find the audience for it is that you have to put out a lot of it, right? And then it'll find your audience. It'll find the people that fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't get caught up in kind of doing a whole bunch of shit for a whole bunch of people that you might not really like doing. You know what I'm saying? That makes it into a chore. It makes it into something that you're not really rocking with. You know what I'm saying? The key is to just get it as tight as you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that it's, good melodies, good beats, good vocals on it, good mixes. We want these things to be prevalent. We want these things to stand out, right? And then we have to promote it. We got to promote the dog shit out of it. We got to promote it like crazy, right? In this day and age, if you don't promote it, it doesn't happen. If you don't promote it, it doesn't work. If it doesn't promote it, nothing happens. You got to promote the shit. It don't matter what it is that you got going on. You got to promote it, right?
But instead you broke me. Why you so cold to me? You're the one that broke me. I'm the silver man for wanting you back. Ashamed of my need for your hair. I'm the silver man for wanting you back.
And I would be curious to hear one more stack on this hook, right? Or like one more, like, I know it sounds like right now you got about like a double vocal on it. I would like to hear what it would sound like with one more, layer on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see if it pops a little bit.
Ashamed of my need for your hair. I'm the silver man for wanting you back. Ashamed of my need for your hair. I'm the silver man for wanting you back. Ashamed of my need for you.
And do me a favor on this one. I saw, if you haven't already done it, submit this track to Sound Surge, man, so people can hear it. Folks, make sure you're submitting these songs on the Sound Surge platform, man. I still use the Nero platform for the reviews per se, where we're going to be slowly transitioning over to the Sound Surge one. And the reason for that is because I want people to be able to replay this song that I just played, right? Because sometimes what happens in these review sessions is that people will hear me play it one time. Sometimes they may find it, but if these folks are being able to go back to a place where they can see it on the chart, see it being, with other artists, and other artists can see it too, you can get situations where folks can start to support your music. So like I said, with the Sound Surge situation, how that's working is it basically takes the music that I'm really listening to, it takes the music that any curators are listening to, and it gives the ability for it to be placed into a forum where it can be discovered for other artists, other listeners. It's a new platform, so it's fresh out the It's fresh out the gate, and what it's doing is it's literally driving traffic to folks' streaming platforms. Like, I don't think you have anything out here like that that's going to drive the traffic directly to you, right? I think that is really where we're going with it right now, is that people like myself might preview it, and then what happens is it's put into a forum where other people can find it and can also engage with it. And I think that's going to be the next thing here that we needed to go with. Oh, all right, so you sent me another one? Okay, let me take a listen to this one as well. This one will say Wouldn't Be Me. And who is this featuring? All right, so I got his album out here. We listening to the album. Featuring Dean Dre. Who saw that new Spider-Man, y'all? Awesome movie.
At the end of every road I end up back alone, but honestly it's feeling as I've been home. I wish that I would've known your loss of your love, but would I be there? No, it wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do. It's shit like I do. Oh, no, it wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do. It's shit like I do. No, it wouldn't be me if I didn't try my best to get you back. I guess I'm too attached, don't make the same mistake again. I really wish we never met. And because of you, I'm through with love. Leave me with nothing but my empty arm and I'm so alone. But it's okay, I mean, you're the worst for me. So I'll show you I'll be someone better for me. Yeah, you're the worst for me. That we were meant to be together forever. It's a nice dream. Now you're so mean, but you're fancy. So my taxi. At the end of every road I end up back alone, but honestly it's feeling.
Let me find out you don't like singing over drums.
As I've been home, I wish that I would've known the loss of your love, but would I be there? No, it wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do. It's shit like I do. Oh, no, it wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do. It's shit like I do, like I do.
Yeah, no, my heart is on my soul. Yeah, you can try, don't expect me to reply. Just what I'm baby, I'm too fine to look this way. Yeah, you need some fucking therapy. I will try to give you my all, but you never had the chance to talk. You have wild thoughts, wonder why you're loving my heart. I know you wanna pay me, hey, cause I know my name is. I don't really need guidance, cause I go inside
At the end of every road I end up back alone, but honestly it's feeling as I've been home. I wish that I would've known the loss of your love, but would I be there? No, it wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do. It's shit like I do. Do you miss me, miss me, miss me back? Cause I wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do. It's shit like I do, like I do. No, it wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do. It's shit like I do. Oh.
Big Chris, what up? Big Chris, what up? Shout out to ISAR, man. ISAR address him, man. Listen, man. This record right here. I like how this record is starting off, right? With the, the arpeggiator, right?
At the end of every road I end up back alone, but honestly it's feeling as I've been home. I wish that I would've known the loss of your love, but would I be there? No, it wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do.
Right?
It's shit like I do. Oh, no, it wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do. It's shit like I do.
Let's go.
No, it wouldn't be me if I didn't try my best to get you back. I guess I'm too attached, don't make the same mistake again. I really wish we never met. And because of you, I'm through with love. Leave me with nothing but my empty arm, and now I'm so alone. But it's okay, I mean, you're the worst for me, so I'll show you a view. So better for me. Yeah, you're the worst for me, that we were meant to be together forever.
You follow? Like, bring the beat back, because what happened is first. Let me tell you what you were doing here that was working, and it's just working really well. You have the intro, right, and it's starting off and it's doing different things, right. So you have the intro and it's kind of building up. So you start the beat off a little bit. You start the first situation before the hook comes in. Then the hook comes in with the drum, right, bong, right. Then the verse starts. We strip everything out, right. So we got the arpeggiator going, cool, right. That's first 4 bars. Right? Second 4 bars come in again. We got the bass line going. Okay. We got to bring the drum back in, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know you're trying to relegate the drum to the hook itself, but it would enhance this record by us having that beat to come back in sooner. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep the party going. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep the party going. Gotta keep the groove going. Because what you got going on here, man, we got to treat it like a roller coaster, bro. Right? Intro starts, we're going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Then the hook comes, bang, right? Verse again, going up, going up, going up, right? Mini verse, right? Going right to the mini bridge a little bit before we get into the hook again, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're on a musical roller coaster, man. That's kind of help to keep the people engaged, to make sure that these things are dropping where they need to drop.
It's a nice dream. Now your spit is okay. I mean, my idea, and I'm so
like what you started to do on here vocally was dope too. You know what I'm saying? In terms of just showing that dexterity, in terms of how fast you're doing that and keeping your breath and keeping your tune. I think that's really how long is the list? You know, it depends. You know, this one is at 1773. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Right?
But it's okay, I mean, I didn't try my best to get you shit like I do. No, it wouldn't be me if I didn't try my best to get you back.
Right.
I guess I'm too attached, don't make the same mistake again. I really wish we never met. And because of you, I'm through with love. Leave me with nothing but my empty arm, and now I'm so alone. But it's okay, I mean, you're the worst for me, so I'll show you a view. So better for me. You're the worst for me, that we were meant to be together forever. It's a nice dream, now you're so mean, but you're fancy, to my taxi. At the end of every ride I end up back alone, but honestly it's really not so bad no more. I wish that I would've known that I see a lie, but
you could skip if you need to. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. So for me, I saw, man, I think that's really where I need this record to kind of to work for me. I think you got all the other elements here. I think you're maybe about 90% there, bro. If I'm being honest with you. Like I said, just kind of make sure that we're putting on some tune on that, to make sure that not for like a T-Pain effect, but make sure that you're staying everything in line in terms of pitch and tone. So far, it sounds pretty decent to me. Just bring that vocal up a notch, right? So we can hear it a little bit above the music. Because remember, when we're dealing with arpeggiators, we have to make sure that we're like a little bit above that, because of frequencies that sometimes those sounds can make. And then also, you stripped the entire beat off of your verse, and that totally stood out to me. So if this is kind of like your thing that you're doing, like you did with your intro, like, this gets hard to do, because now what you're doing drumless music, man, and this drumless R&B is a little different. You know what I'm saying? So, like, especially at a tempo like this, we got to get the beat back in, and not just for the hook. You know what I'm saying? Because now we've gone almost over a minute with no beat. That ain't gonna ride.
No, would I be there? No, it wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do. Miss shit like I do. Oh. No, it wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me if I didn't miss shit like I do. Miss shit like I do. Like I do.
Yeah. No, my heart is on my soul. Yeah, you can try.
Also, like I said, submit this also on SoundSurge as well, bro. If you haven't already done so, like I said, SoundSurge is a new platform for music discovery for independent artists and new artists. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, of course, we're doing producers, man. I'm a producer. I got to do producer, bro. I got to do the beats, bro. I got to do the beats. I can't not do the beats, bro. I got to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Always welcome into the beats. If you're not part of my producer group, make sure you join on my producer group, Future Producer Society. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my people that's already in the group. We're growing slowly but surely. Make sure you are jumping into that group. We're teaching everything inside there, music business, everything in between. You know what I'm saying? So for folks who are not part of it, please make sure that you're jumping into it. Free to join. You know, trying to get folks good on their music publishing, everything else. All right, music publishing, copyright, ISRC codes, distribution, AI, e-commerce, brand partnerships, brand ambassadorships, strategic partnerships. You know, we're moving into film now, heavy. So make sure you're rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? You know, we just did a music supervisor gig on some independent films. You know what I'm saying? And we're here. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you're following us. Everything we're doing is in real time. You know, we're documenting everything. You know, just got a new placement coming soon. Make sure you look out for that. You know what I'm saying? We just, we working, man. We out here. We doing what we do. Go check out that Max Speed Coke Wave. You know what I'm saying? You know, we out on that too. You know, everything is love right now. Everything is good. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. All right. Make sure you're dropping that joint into the SoundSurge, man. Make sure you do that for me because I want other people to hear this record. And for those who are not familiar with the SoundSurge thing that I have on the screen, like I said, there's a new music platform that we've partnered with, and I believe that it can help to break new artists. I really believe that. I believe it can help to make new artists gain traction. I believe it can help new artists to start to engage, find new producers. I think the way to the new game is going to be through community content or the community creator space. I think if folks are engaged in the platforms where other people are engaged in, then, that's going to make it work the way it needs to work. So, shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, and we see where it goes from there. Hold on 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live, man. What up, man? Where you been, bro? riding out for weeks, man. What's happening with you? Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Story, I hear that. Story, try that link if the other one's not working for you. Try that one. All right. Okay, cool. All right. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. I'm gonna listen to this joint. It's called Afrobeat, and this is by producer Remedy. His Remedy. I want to tell my producers out here, man. You know, I've been talking to guys about this, about these generic names for your beats. Your beats kind of need to be named like song names if you haven't already figured that out. Like, it's very important for your music to be, accurately, tagged as far as metadata is concerned, Big Riz in the building, everybody in the building, right? Stone Cold. Like, to have your beat just say Afrobeat, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that it has a name, like a real name, like a real song, right? So you kind of just got to sit for a second. I know sometimes naming 100 beats sometimes can be a little daunting, but it's the best thing for you to do. You got to name your beats, right? And you have to make sure that your beats have the metadata that's attached to it. Like I said, one of the tools that I use to help me deal with that is another app. It's called beatbundle.app. You can check that out. And this is all about making sure that your metadata is attached to your music, right? So that you have your name attached to your music, BPMs, have your you could attach your artwork. You can have it generate your artwork, and then we can even go a step further where you can actually send your music to your clients through that portal, right? So you can actually put your music in, have everything meta tagged, have everything labeled, and then you can actually send it to a recipient, send it to, so you can send it to an artist. You can send it with all of your music in it, so you can have, like, say, 10 songs. You send it to somebody, it'll have it'll have your name on those records. It'll have you as the composer. So when they pull it up in their iTunes or when they pull it up on their different devices, all of that stuff is attached, right? Because what tends to happen, and what I keep telling folks about, is that your music sometimes can go from place to place to place, from different people, different emails. Sometimes things get lost from who got it, who they got it from. So you want to have that information basically attached to that song file that's moving around. And like I said, you're able to send it from that platform. And at the same time, once you're able to send it, you'll also be able to, it'll also provide like a download link, like you do in the Dropbox. You can add your invoices in there. You can add your split sheets in there. You can add all of your contracts in there. So, like, it's a little bit of a different thing. You can put your licensing in. So, like, it's a little bit of a different platform that people may not be used to yet. But like I said, it's relatively new, but it's something that we've been using, and it's been a game changer. So shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. We're going to take a listen to this joint called Afrobeat. Let me take a listen to it, see how it sounds. Make sure we liking the live, sharing the live.
Who made this one? your tracks today.
Shout out to producer Remedy on this. This is a beat he calls Afro Beatz, Afro Beatz style type joints. And listen, it's not a bad production, right? I think it's a production that's just a little bit lacks of some cohesion. And some people would say, well, what do you mean in terms of cohesion? It's like what happens is sometimes you'll have different melodies that are going throughout a record but don't necessarily complement each other. So it's not like the records don't, the melodies are like, in some cases there are some nuances that may be a little bit off key to me a little bit or don't really match. And then there's just some situations where you may have different things that you're playing along with your joints. And just because it might go in terms of a key, it doesn't necessarily go in terms like of a melody, right? So like it doesn't seem like some of these different layers of these sounds actually complement each other. And I think that that's part of where I have a little bit of an issue with it. But for the most part, I think it's pretty okay. You know, I think in terms of the sounds that you use, I think that's okay. You know what I mean?
Who made this one?
But it's not like a standout, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, whoa, you know what I mean? So shout out to you, man. Thanks for submitting. We're gonna jump into this next joint. It's called Nino Don. Nino Don, what's up, man? This one's called The Biggest One. You from Memphis, Tennessee. You submitting this joint. Listen, make sure that you guys are getting these records also on SoundSearch if you haven't already done it. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live.
From Lil DSP to Nino Don. From cruising around with my niggas to becoming the biggest one of them all.
You gotta do your research, Rocky, man. Sometimes the cue is just for who you are, bro. Make sure you're clear.
Say 4K.
My eyes closed on a paper chase, all I know is get it. Credit fraud, stealing cars, still be in the city. BOA with no limit, Master P, how I'm feeling in a room full of bad bitches. Tell me who the lucky one. Lot of dons in the world, nigga, I'm the biggest one. In a room full of bad bitches, who the lucky one. Lot of dons in the world, nigga, I'm the biggest one. I said shout out Mr. Goldman, got me shining with no armor on. Not familiar to the end, I don't fuck with none of y'all. If she keep her toes done, she might be my type. Shit, lost my best eater, hard for me to sleep at night. Okay, Don, yeah, that's cool, but it's time to pop your shit, get 'em. I thought we was cool, gotta leave 'em in the rear. Because bad habits, used to sip that lean like it's beer. I'm like Don, I'm the biggest, every year gon' be my year. You ain't lying, nigga, why you lying? Need to stop that capping. What you spending on collections? I can spit that on the jacket. Strictly business, don't care if we blood. Best believe I'm taxing. I recorded this, riding around, stuck in Dallas traffic. I'm a Don, nigga. My eyes closed on the paper chase, all I know is get it. Credit fraud, stealing cars, still be in the city. BOA with no limit, Master P, how I'm feeling. In a room full of bad bitches, tell me who the lucky one. Lot of dons in the world, nigga, I'm the biggest one. In a room full of bad bitches, who the lucky one. Lot of dons in the world, nigga, I'm the biggest one. My eyes closed on the paper chase, all I know is get it. Credit fraud, stealing cars, still be in the city. BOA with no limit, Master P, how I'm feeling. In a room full of bad bitches, tell me who the lucky one. Lot of dons in the world, nigga, I'm the biggest one. In a room full of bad bitches, who the lucky one. Lot of dons in the world, nigga, I'm the biggest one. My eyes closed, all I know is still be in.
Nino Don, where you at? Video clean, bro.
I want you to introduce yourself.
Nino Don, Don Juan, Black Mac, DSP, some of everything, some of all that.
I like that. Listen, shout out to Nino Don on that one, man. This one's called The Biggest One. Shout out to him on that. Make sure y'all are following him. For my producers that are in the building, make sure y'all are following this for Nino Don. Look. I think my biggest thing on this record, Ran, I think what I'm liking on this is I'm liking where the beat is at. I'm liking how you're doing with your flow. I like how your video was kind of shot is pretty clean, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we like to see in terms of with new artists. We like to see this type of thing going on with their music. My biggest issue with it, right, is where your hook is at, you know what I'm saying? Because your hook is a little bit long, right? But there's a part of the hook that I think that we should be focusing on.
From Lil DSP. My eyes closed on the paper chase, all I know is get it. Credit fraud, stealing cars, still be in the city. BOA with no limit, Master P, how I'm feeling. In a room full of bad bitches, tell me who the lucky one. Lot of dons in the world, nigga, I'm the biggest one. In a room full of bad bitches, who the lucky one. Lot of dons in the world, nigga, I'm the biggest one.
See, like how you have that joint where you saying I'm the biggest one. A lot of bitches in the drum. I'm the biggest one. I think we have to take that first part of the record, BOA, and then we said AP, and then we said I'm the biggest one. So basically, that turns into about a 4-bar hook, and then we just repeat that, right? But we also need to make sure that we have it. We got to also make sure that we have it where we're stacking the music. You follow? Or it's not stacking the music, but stacking the vocals a little bit so that it stands out from the verses. Because right now it's kind of blending into the verses, and so it starts to kind of feel as if there's no hook, almost in a way, right? So we have to make sure that we are doing something to our vocals, whether it be ad libs, whether it be slight little bit of stack, something like that. You know, either effects, EQ, certain type of way, pan things away, to make sure that we're creating an atmosphere in the track where the hook sounds different from the verses. You know what I'm saying? And I say sounds different, not in terms of melody or cadence or anything like that, so that it just can stand out. We just don't want it to all sound the same, especially because you're doing a rap hook, and the rap hook is the same cadence and melody as your verse, right? So if you're doing your verse the exact same way you're doing your hook, how does your verse stand out? It doesn't. I mean, how does your hook stand out? It doesn't stand out. So that kind of creates a little bit of the issue. So that's what we're really trying to work toward. And for the folks that was, there were some folks that were coming in the live that was talking about the cue size. Yo, the cue size is the cue size, man. I don't know what guys want me to tell them. It's not like I'm not submitting them songs. You know what I'm saying? It's like the cue size is the cue size. I'm not submitting those songs. Folks are submitting those songs around the clock. What am I supposed to tell you, right? You know what I'm saying? They want it to get listened to. And I'm on at a certain time part of the day. And if the record is here, right? If the record is, prioritized, or if it's next up when I'm on live, I listen to it. And that's just how it worked. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what folks is looking for. I don't know what folks is asking for. You know, folks will be acting like I'm a slouch in here or something like that. Like I'm just some, you know, just nobody, just listening to somebody's music. I don't know. I don't really work like that. And even if that was the case, it still would be first come, first serve. You know what I'm saying? That's how we running the shit back here. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody jumping into the live, man. For folks who want to jump in, like I said, make sure we jumping into the sound surge, man. Make sure y'all are taking advantage of that here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they're taking advantage of that, man. This is going to be, like I said, the new music discovery, the new music discovery platform, soundsurge.com. If your music is already released, don't spam my comments with your record. Just submit your record if you want it to be heard, man. Like, it's free to submit. It's very weird to me. Don't spam the comments. Just submit your record. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Spamming the comments don't get it listened to. You know what I mean? So, just get you banned, right? So shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, doing it the right way. For the most part, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, just trying to get folks to understand, the rules of the game here. You know what I'm saying? Let's do what we got to do with this. Make sure y'all jumping into the sound surge. Like I said, it's the best thing right now for music discovery. As we get toward the end of the live, I'm gonna go over some of these songs that hit the top 4 or top 5, so that you can just kind of hear what we're dealing with. And look, man, I'm really liking how this thing is looking right now. I'm liking how people are jumping into this, how people are supporting other artists. It's a great platform, man, to learn for new artists and to really submit their music that's already out. It's a way for you to gain traffic, for you to gain followers, get gifts, everything that we want to really happen in the music discovery platform that's not happening, but it's going to start happening now with this one. So shout out to everybody that jumped into it. Shout out to Nino Don, man. He sent another one. It's called Let It Go. Let's take a listen to it.
I'm gonna take whatever comes with it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don Juan.
Let It Go, Nino Don.
Let's get it. I said better you than me, this shit getting old. Yo, back in the streets, told them time to let it go. I said better you than me, this shit getting old. Yo, back in the streets, told them time to let it go. My heart cold, Montclair on the coat, McQueen's on my feet. Bad bitch waiting at home in her panties, she can't wait to please. She like how I pop it and she know I love my hoes exotic. If she play a part, fuck me right, I might take a shot. Mama told me I'm the greatest, so I took that to the head. Last words from my grandma, happy birthday, now she dead. I done took so many L's, giving up is what I'm feeling. Same shit, same news, but this time it's my nigga. I said better you than me, this shit getting old. Yo, back in the streets, told them time to let it go. I said better you than me, this shit getting old. Yo, back in the streets, told them time to let it go. I said better you than me, this shit getting old. Yo, back in the streets, told them time to let it go. I said better you than me, this shit getting old. Yo, back in the streets, told them time to let it go. Time to let it go. Yo, back in the streets, yeah, I told them.
I like this one, Nino Don.
Time to let it go.
3, 2, 1. We should have ended the record right here, though. This is gonna impact your YouTube, this video. Another piece of clean content. Shout out to my folks that are in the building, my producers in the building. You know what my recommendation is for anybody who is submitting music that has clean videos, lyric videos. You know what my recommendation is. You know what I'm saying? He can clearly rap. He can clearly put his music together. He's picking dope beats. This is somebody you got to keep an eye on, because they're gonna build up a nice little following over time as long as they're consistent. So that's what we're looking for, is that consistency. Shout out to Nino Don, man. What I like about this record is that it starts off with the hook immediately. That's what we want to hear. Verse is coming in, cool, clean. Beat is following along. Everything is kind of mixed where it needs to be. Beat doing what it got to do. Lyric video working so that we can see all the lyrics. Everything is coming through the way that it needs to come through. Comes back with another hook, clean, and then the song kind of ends. Now he has a very long stretch of music with no vocals because he's kind of letting the beat ride out. That's really a no-go for YouTube and these things because remember what they're judging you on. They're judging you on watch time and duration. So if you've already stopped rapping and then you got 30 seconds of no rap on this beat, that gives people time to cut off right after the verse ends. And then what happens with YouTube looks at that as people being disengaged and logging off of it before the video is actually done, right? So what you kind of want to refrain from is these long stretches of silence, these long stretches of just beat, because especially on the YouTube algorithm, like these things all count against you because people are not listening all the way through the end. Most times after you stop rapping, they kind of stop listening. So that kind of works against you algorithmically because it looks like the song is being cut off prior to it being finished. But in actuality, the song has already been finished because you've already stopped rapping. So the song is technically over, right? So the beat just going on, and what you're doing is you're making that, making that metric kind of count against you and kind of stops the algorithm from pushing your music the way it needs to get pushed out or getting your content pushed out. So you kind of want to make sure you're not doing that. Same critique from the last time with the last hook on the last record. Pardon me. And that critique is you have a decent hook, but it just sounds like you just have a single voice on that hook, and that kind of still blends into the rest of the rap. We kind of need there to be some sort of ad-lib, some sort of double, some sort of stacking, something here to make this hook stand out from the rest of the verse, right? That we need that because it's a good hook. So I think you can basically do that as a 4-bar hook that repeats. So I think that's going to work in your favor. The one thing you just don't want to do, you just don't want it to blend in terms of sonically, right? So we want to kind of make sure that it has some sort of barometer for some sort of segmentation. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the surge. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the queue. We're from New York. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Folks that's jumping into the sound surge right now. And I wanted you guys to kind of hear some of these I want you to hear some of these records that we got going on in the sound surge. This is the currently #1 joint. It's called I'm Broke Baby by Lonnie Lau. If you haven't already heard it, I'll play a quick snippet.
Don't ask me for money, please don't that for a favor. For a favor. For a favor? Don't. You trippin'. I'm broke, baby. Don't ask me for money, please don't ask for a favor. Better not ask me for shit, I don't fuck with you, bitch. Why? I'm broke, baby. I'm broke, baby. Yeah. I'm broke, baby. I'm broke, baby. Please don't ask me for a ride, better off getting left. You were begging that bitch and I ain't catch that shit. Why? I'm broke, baby. I'm broke, baby. Yeah. I'm broke, baby. I'm broke, baby. Yeah. Don't ask me for no.
Alright, so that's basically one of the top songs here on this chart right now. And then we got our very own Deuce Nines and Rolling Stone. We got 1776 in the other queue.
I'm in a slimmer lines, I'm into curves. Cloudy nights, I'm bothered words. High-rise queens, low-key stars. Every lane fit my garage. Heat check vibes, ice cold nerves. Blown energy, no kiss stuff heard. I even rock with the ones who shine. Back when dollar ruled the world. I'm in a slimmer lines, I'm into curves. Cloudy nights, I'm bothered words. High-rise queens, low-key stars. Every lane fit my garage. Heat check vibes, ice cold nerves. Blown energy, no kiss stuff heard. I even rock with the ones who shine. Back when dollar ruled the world. I like cool calm, I like loud laughs.
Definitely rocking with that, man. We like that for sure, you know what I mean? Estimated Records. All right, I'm about to get ready to sign off. We'll be back on tomorrow around the same bad time, same bad channel. If you haven't seen that Spider-Man Brand New Day, man, go check that out. Definitely dope movie, man. For my folks who are producers, make sure you're jumping into our Future Producer Society. Make sure you're jumping into that. Just make sure that you're in there. For my other artists, make sure you're jumping into the Sound Surge. Make sure y'all are submitting your music there for music discovery, man, and engage. If you like it, upvote it, comment, like, comment, and share, man. That's the only way it gets to grow. That's the only way we get to support independent music. It's artists supporting artists, and everybody else supporting artists. You know what I'm saying? So that you can actually grow from your music. Shout out everybody. Peace, y'all. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace, y'all. Stone Cold. Peace, Kaz. Big Chris. All y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Be safe. Boy Swag, I see you.